The Fan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
I'm like a dog in heat, a freak without warning. I have an appetite for sex because me so horny.
Let me ask you something. Why does everything have to be about the penis with you?
Good question.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that was good news.
It is the 5th day of June, 2020, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show on a Monday. Warm out there this weekend, huh? Hope it was a great one for you. Let's get a great week started as well. With Nate Bargatze, some comedy. Let's go. Come on in. Glad you're here.
You always have to bring ice. And I don't want to buy ice ever again in my life. It seems dumb, but first of all, you never get full warning to buy ice. It's very last minute, very urgent. It sounds like it's your fault. You just open the door and they're like, will you go get 50 bags of ice? Every time I go buy it, like it's never near where you pay for it. I go into the gas station and I'm like, where's the ice? And he's like, all right. You gotta hop on this shuttle bus. And whatever amount of ice you buy will never be the right amount. It's either not enough or the most ice I've ever seen in my life. And my wife won't let me just throw it away. She's like, well, go see if someone needs it. So now she makes me walk up to strangers at a gas station and just be like, anybody need a little bag of ice? Anybody? When you were inside, I looked in your car and you had a cup, and I was like, you want a little bag of ice for that cup?
Yay.
Please don't curse. I'm just there for the news.
Trip Morning Show, Monday, June 5th. I'm Corey, that's Chris, that's Paul. There's Max. Where's Zach go?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anybody need a little bag, guys?
Brilliant. God, he's funny.
He's so good, man. Corey Wong, by the way, everybody. The Power Trip Morning Show Band.
Isn't that Corey Wong OAR thing in about a month or so?
Yeah, coming right up,
early
man.
July.
Right after the 4th, yeah.
Starting June 5th, man.
Yeah.
Or as we like to call it, Germany Day. Today is the day. She's leaving on a jet plane, man.
Oh.
Heading on over.
Sauce and I were both looking at each other like, do we not know history?
I mean,
is June 5th? I didn't get that for a second. I was like, I have never heard of Germany
It's
Day
a very
before. Got it.
specific
Okay.
Very specific to one family. Well, I guess a few families.
But Abby's going to Germany.
Big day today, man. Here she go. Big day.
For weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, it'll be good, man.
All right.
Real good. Real good.
Hey, there's Zach.
Looks like a nice city, that Berlin.
How long's the flight?
8 hours or so to Amsterdam, and then what? You all right, buddy?
Good times.
Frankenstein here?
Have you? No. How long's her layover?
Roy Kent is here. I think her only like 2 hours. Something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, don't go to the McDonald's.
Dunk out of
Agreed.
McDonald's.
Don't get a McDonald's.
Worst McDonald's on the planet.
Oh.
It's pretty bad.
Yep.
Oh,
One of the worst Coca-Cola Light on the planet.
Tastes weird.
well,
Bad.
they make pop, not lamps.
Yeah, man.
Hotter than hell here. I don't know what it is going to
Too
be.
hot.
Yeah, I try to tell you guys that this is
Yeah, this is
ridiculous.
hideous. Yep. It's hideous.
Yeah.
It's getting to be. You can't go outside. It's like growing up in Indiana.
Yeah.
You can't leave the house without needing a shower. Oh, look, my balls are down by my knees again.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened to these things?
You're doing yard work still. You're up on the ladder again.
Yeah, I was yesterday. Yeah. Cut my hands up again. But yeah, it was.
Almost cut
I
my
thought you had a
hands.
guy for it.
I do. I had a guy come over. I had 2 gentlemen come over and clean the gutters out. But I've got these, like, not like chicken wire, but like gutter wiring over it so, like, big leaves and stuff doesn't get in it. But those damn whirlybirds land seed side down and get stuck in them.
They're doing it on purpose now.
Yeah, they are. Now
Do you
they're
hate having a house?
No, I don't. I really don't, because I have mostly everything covered. But my biggest problem is the second something in my house doesn't work right away, I think it's broken and I have to replace it. Like last night, the AC didn't immediately start cooling down the house. I'm like, it's over. I'm going to have to put in a new AC. Took a couple hours and the house is back to cool. But, yeah, I don't hate doing it. I hate getting up on that ladder because I'm going to fall.
Yep.
And it's going to be painful and horrible.
Yep.
And I'm going to make it seem like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
But you guys will
All
laugh
true.
about it.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Yeah. But I was up there yesterday after I played golf, and it was hot and disgusting. I'm with hockey. I wish it was winter all the time. You don't have to do yard work in the winter. You don't have to go outside in the winter.
Yeah.
The summer sucks. It's hideously overrated.
I slipped on ice so hard in like January that I hurt to use the bathroom for a while, like for a couple of days.
You fell on your caucus?
Well, no, I just hit my back and like my entire internal organs were on fire or something. Anyway, I'll take that over this. I'll take awkward number 2 over this any day.
Awkward number 2. How awkward did it get?
Like I thought I had a hernia.
Awkward number 2.
I didn't. I'm fine. Everything's flowing great now. But
Fantastic update.
I was concerned.
But yeah,
Thank you.
The house is incredible. The yard work and the possibility of something exploding every second
that you're responsible
makes my
for.
anxiety way too high. But yeah, other than that, it's great. It really is.
Somebody on Twitter pointed out, you appear to be cleaning the exact same spot you were a week ago.
Yeah. Well, I also think that's like the spot that my wife realizes I'm up there while she's sitting in the cool house watching me.
No, she's not willing to.
Shots fired.
I don't mean that at all. No, I'm not.
That's not what you meant.
Why are you
I don't want her up there.
No, we know that's not what you meant.
What are you mouthing?
What?
Why are your fingers crossed? Grab some gloves.
They're broken. No, I didn't say that. No, I'm not. I don't want her up there.
So she doesn't help at all around the
She
house.
does
Well,
literally
she does help post
nothing.
things.
She does
nothing.
She does 99% of everything else. I just get up on the ladder. And
The former? Or?
no, brilliant. But yeah, I'm gonna fall and it's gonna be horrible. Sometimes I wish I'd fall because I'd rather
It's real easy
fall
to do.
than.
Did you fall off the ladder and hit your head before you played Password?
Oh my God!
What happened? I didn't hear it at all.
So,
What happened?
That was the worst I've ever played that game, and that included the time at the state fair.
You crumbled to the pressure?
I crumbled. Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. And they were harder words, but I said this on my show on Saturday. The first time you and I played together, not you, I was awful. What happened the second time we played together? We dominated. I think if John Kriesel and I got to play together one more time, I think we'd do a lot better. He had some incredible clues, and it just went right over my head. I did not follow your rule, Corey. I screwed the whole thing up, and I just yelled guesses.
Yeah, there was a couple of times that you definitely did not think of the last 2 or 3 clues. You were just reacting to the one that he said. It's like, but that doesn't make any sense with the last 3 clues.
I mean,
you just said
after.
stuff.
Yeah, it was bad.
One of them was pedal, and you just go,
it was bad.
Go.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, not your best.
No, it wasn't. I let John down, too.
The good news and the bad news is that you were better than that.
Yeah.
So you will be better.
Thank you, yeah.
But that's
the worst I've ever played.
You.
I don't know if any team so far has given their A game, though. Right? Everybody struggled a little bit. Even Guernsey and Donaldson were not on their game until late.
I think the pressure gets heightened a a little bit with that invitation.
Yeah, we felt each other out in like the first 4 or 5. I mean, the first 4 or 5 went to like clue 4 or 5. Yeah. But it's fun, man. I just wish I was still in it and hadn't let American hero John Kriesel down. And then we learned on Friday American hero Ryan Donaldson, who looked right at John Kriesel to complain about how much his throat hurt.
smoking weed.
Yeah, I did do that after.
Oh, between Rosie, Donaldson, and Creasel, we're just surrounded by heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would rank John third on that list as well.
Sure.
Smoking weed.
But yeah, it wasn't good.
So, and then I caught the first 20 minutes of Saturdays with Sauce.
Why?
I was in the car and my dial was broken. You said that you got home and told your lovely wife, Kelly, that to basically tell the Donaldsons not to come over.
100%, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
I was pissed.
Yeah, but what did it have to do with Ryan and Justine?
It had nothing to do with that.
So how long did it take you that morning to change your mind and say, never mind, they're coming over?
The second after I said it.
She talked you out of it, or you realized
that
that's
was
insane?
Stupid. It's insane, yeah. I was just mad. I get mad.
You do? I've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did see you on the stream storm out of the
Yeah, I left.
the room.
I immediately went home.
That was the old Initials meat sauce.
Yeah, I was pissed.
The first couple of years of Initials, you would throw chairs, kick garbage cans.
He broke the headphones.
And my heart.
You did slam headphones.
Twice,
which one was that over? Which clues? Where you threw your headphones down?
The clue was crop. And I said Dusting and yeah, and then when so the last one, my whole thought process was if I say Sasquatch and John misses, all Guardsy has to say is cooler, and they would have gotten the 9 points and win. So I was like, I'll go second, because if he just says cooler and Ryan says ice or something, then I can come back with Sasquatch and John might get Yeti, and then maybe we go from there.
See, for the rest of us that don't always have Yeti coolers, I thought the problem with that one was if you say Bigfoot, you're going to say Sasquatch. If you say Sasquatch, you're going to say Bigfoot. It's hard to get to like snow Sasquatch or winter Sasquatch, which is a true Yeti, right?
But yeah,
without the second word. So I'm like, how are you going to get somebody to say this on one word? So I would have passed as well.
Yeah.
Hoping that they said Bigfoot, and then I go, snow.
Yeah.
Then you hope you get there.
Yeah.
So when he said cooler, I'm like, cooler?
Right.
It took me a second. I'm like, how the hell?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, got it. Yep.
Team Todd.
Rich kids. Got it.
Yep.
Great clue, but you got to play your partner. Tip your cap to the defending champs who understood
They're good, man. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
It's a fun listen, man.
Yeah, it is. When's the next game?
The 9th, it's going to be Max and Common.
Right. Max and Common.
This Friday.
The Drip Brothers.
Your anniversary, Core.
Thanks.
And who are you taking on, Max?
Your wife know?
Swedberg and Brian Oak.
Oh, cool. That'd be...
Oh, by the way, Hawk.
Yeah?
Your domination in Turbo Tracks is incredibly impressive.
Thank
it was
you.
savant-like.
It was incredible.
Thank you.
What they should have done is you should have just been able to answer the first clue, and if you can't get it, then they get the chance to play the rest of them. You only get the first clue.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm so good at it.
It's incredible.
I can do it. I don't know why. It's my one skill. Doesn't mean a lot of good. And,
My dad says you have a lot of skills.
He's very sweet. Yeah, he likes to give it up to me.
Oh my God!
I mean, like praise and stuff.
Yeah. See, it's another one I didn't get.
How'd the wedding on Saturday go?
It was wonderful, man. I might have been around one or few too many trees this weekend.
How hard did you cry?
Pretty hard at
good
one
for you.
point, but no, it was good. It was good. But I saw for the first time in my life, well, actually, second time in my life, but the first time in my life, in the state of Minnesota, a black bear, like in real life.
Jeez.
Yeah, I came right around the corner, about a mile from the cabin where the wedding was on Sunday morning when we were coming home. It wasn't even morning; it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, hotter than blazes. And I look up in front of me, and I'm like, "That's a bear!" And he literally crossed the road in front of me. I got closer and closer, and he looked back, like over his left shoulder, and saw me. And then went back across the road and back up into the woods. Some bitch was huge. I have a Bigfoot video of it because I was driving at the time. I know, don't be mad at me. There wasn't anybody on the road but me and a bear. Everybody be cool, right? But
in there,
yeah, right. But like I was like, I gotta get a video of this bear. And being that I'm 52 and I was driving and I was trying not to kill myself and I was trying to pull over at the same time, I took a bunch of still shots of the forest. And then by the time I finally got the video working, all you can hear is me going, GF, DMF, and GF. and to my left, you see just the ghost of a bear going through the forest, much like Bigfoot. But yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Now, I don't know if this was the bear that swiped and almost killed that lady up by Nisswa, but I'll just say it looked just like it.
Oh, so all black bears look the same.
Wow.
Not this month.
Damn it,
No,
Chris.
not now.
I'm scared.
I've been to Brainerd, not as much as you fellers have, I'm sure, but a bunch of times in my lifetime. I'd never seen a bear before. They're coming to get us.
I got a bachelor party in Nisswa in a month.
Get after it.
And we're walking
And we're walking.
You're hoping a bunch
to
of
the
bears
lake,
show up.
to the Zorbas. Like there's going to be
those
there's
Zorbas?
about a 10-minute walk between the Airbnb and the bar, and I feel like I'm going to get eaten.
Well, so just so I have this right, in about a month, you're going to go to a bachelor party and be surrounded by bears.
Well,
Yeah, it's right on brand.
I hope
Wouldn't be
not.
the first
or
time.
no.
Don't say that.
No.
Oh, great song.
You eat pieces of S for
God,
breakfast?
what a great
No.
bit.
Ben's going to be here. We haven't seen him in about a week.
What?
Ben will be here at 6:30. Muss will be here later.
I'm still parked out
This
by the
on the
lake.
I always forget this.
80 miles from Brainerd.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Just parked out by the lake.
iHeartRadio station.
So, I showed them my bear video from Brainerd yesterday, and they got to hear me curse. But you guys saw the bear. You saw it's definitely my my Bigfoot video. Although that actually was a bear walking in the forest in Brainerd.
Did Corey believe it?
He even saw it. He admitted.
Yeah, but almost anything can be doctored.
Apparently not my allergies.
Somebody give him a shot.
Yeah.
Why
Nothing
don't
a
they
shot
give
can't
you
do.
the shot?
I don't know. Maybe they're worried it'll take me out. And I'm like, sweet. Whatever it takes to get rid of these allergies. Oh, I'm going to, this is that segment where you don't really have to do anything. Can I use it for a second?
Of course.
You guys can help me diagnose something that happened to me yesterday.
Uh-oh.
No, so I was in line at an unidentified fast food joint on the way home from the lovely and talented Brainerd, Minnesota. And it's a fast food joint that I don't get to go to very often. Although there is one in the Grove now. I don't get to go very often, but I love this place, right? And this one is in a small town not far from Brainerd. So I pull over, and I got a trailer on the back of the truck, so I can't go through the drive-thru. So I go inside. And as I walk inside, there's a sign on the door that says, hey, we're using some new equipment. It's taking us a little longer. Please be patient. So I'm like, that's cool. I ain't in a big hurry, and I really want some food. And as I'm standing there, I decide, you know what? I'm going to social media it up here. I'm trying to be cool. So I take a picture of myself in front of the menu. And then I hear a lady go, are you taking pictures of us? And I turn around, and it's the lady behind, maybe the manager of the store. And I go, no. She goes, why are you taking pictures of us? I go, I took a picture of the menu and myself. You're not allowed to take pictures of us. I go, why would I take a picture of you? Which might have been rude. But that's my actual response was, why would I be? So either she's in witness protection, or I was doing something that I don't know is not the right thing. Does anybody have any idea?
Well, I can't speak on was she in the witness protection program, which makes sense that she's a little sensitive to photographs.
And it makes sense that she would be hiding there.
Right. But the second one, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think in the age of selfies, if you aren't blatantly taking a photograph of somebody else, everybody's taking pictures of everything 24 hours a day.
Right.
You're allowed to take a picture of yourself in a menu.
Yeah.
And if there's there's shrapnel in the back, if there are innocent bystanders that get into the photo, that's just part of going outside now, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. That's just what it is. People are in the background of selfies all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hold your camera right up into somebody's face and take a picture of them, I think they have every right to be like, what are you doing?
And I think she was
very different.
Worried that I was going to tweet something like, these some bitches are slow, because it took 22 minutes for me to get my food that I was waiting on, which is cool, whatever, I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was just like, wow, I guess I violated some sort of law.
I think she's in the witness protection program.
That must be it then.
Yeah, that has to be. I mean, maybe she's having a very bad day.
I'm sure she was. I'm sure that I wasn't the only person that had to wait that long, and people have been giving her hell.
Yeah, for sure.
She might have PTSD from getting pranked by some TikTokers, or maybe she got caught with her butt crack out and got posted on social media or something.
All of these are possible. Yeah. I guess you're right. That's what I was wondering. I just thank you. I'm not a kid. I don't know. I might be violating the social norms of today.
No. Yeah. Max may be right. There may be some bit that kids have come and take pictures of her or something there. Yeah.
Especially in a small town like that. I mean, kids have nothing better to do than just wreak havoc.
Right.
All right. Now let's figure out which fast food joint this was. Let's break it down. They have one in the Grove. You don't get to go there very often.
Is it probably east side of the Grove, right?
Was it A&W?
That's what my first thought was.
I don't think there's an A&W in the Grove, though.
There might be now. I mean,
I don't think so. I think Chris would have talked about it.
Hardee's is making a comeback.
That's what I guess. That's
a solid guess.
Hardee's might be.
Hardee's.
But I can't think of one prominent one that's located.
But here's the thing, though. If it was Hardee's, he wouldn't care if he had to wait 25 minutes. That son of a bitch over there loves Hardee's.
He throws his phone in the toilet and be like, sorry.
Yeah, he
sorry,
loves
man.
Hardee's.
Are you taking a picture of us? No, I'm taking a picture of my Mecca.
Yeah. Sorry, Cornholio.
I'm taking a picture of Van Gogh making my Frisco.
Yeah, right. He would not complain if it was Hardee's.
Yeah, I need to know all this information when I'm on death row and I get asked for a last meal.
Right.
I'm just going to send them this photo.
Right.
Get out of the way.
This is the greatest thing these eyes have ever seen, is what he said to her.
All right, so it's not Hardee's.
Taco John's.
No, he wouldn't. No, Taco John's is his bit. Another place he would wait 2 hours for the food.
I did wait for the food, by the way, just in case.
No. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I meant you wouldn't care how long it took. You wouldn't complain about Taco John's or Hardee's.
How long would you wait for Taco John's?
Oh, God, 20 minutes?
Without complaining?
I'd complain, but not to any. I mean, I'd complain to my wife sitting next to me. Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Your wife's sitting next to you? I thought she was at home just sitting in the basement doing nothing.
No, she's always doing something.
Complete left turn because you said something that wrangled up a memory. When's the last time you sons of bitches had a root beer float?
I love root beer floats.
I had one on the way to Fargo. Was it Fargo? I don't know. I went somewhere. And we don't have an A&W anywhere close either. So we saw it. I jumped on in there and I went root beer float on the bit. Oh, my God.
Yeah, root beer floats are incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'd pay $40,000 for one right now, I think.
They used to make them. We used to vacation up in Leech Lake with sarsaparilla.
Oh,
so it's it's way stronger. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You got a good sarsaparilla back
so
there.
Good. So good. Sioux City sarsaparilla.
Oh,
it's hard to screw up. It's hard to screw up a root beer float, though.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
Whatever you think is enough ice cream, though, double.
No, double it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Facts.
I need a shot of root beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need
just enough to change the flavor of the ice cream.
Yeah. Yep.
But the end of a root beer float, where basically all that's left is root beer and melted ice cream.
A+.
That's where God lives.
It's so much better than the cereal milk at the end of a cereal bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Root beer float runoff is the best.
That's what the last hit of a cigarette tastes like.
Oh, I'm going to disagree.
I'm going to start smoking.
Yeah, you should. Oh, yeah. Root beer float push-up pops, also incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Root beer float push-up pops?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I asked about the thing. I don't know what's going on with you kids.
I can't wait to find out what restaurant this
Dairy
was.
Queen?
No, there's
and he wouldn't know, and he wouldn't order
not
food
far from his house.
He would go inside to get the food.
That's exactly what he did, though.
I thought you were
listening
in the
hard.
car. I thought he was in the car. I don't know.
I had the trailer on the back, remember? And I decided.
Oh, yeah.
Front Page Sports is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
1.3 KFAN.
Head to the KFAN contest page to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Lakefront Music Fest 2023, happening July 14th and 15th in Prior Lake. It features performances by Darius Rucker, REO Speedwagon, Leonard Skinner, and so many more. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest for your chance to win.
Feel heavy now. Seem the solution. Take those mental shackles off and throw them.
Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Sam Cassell was hired by the Boston Celtics yesterday. How about that? That's a name I hadn't thought of in a long time.
Yeah, he's been an assistant coach for a while, jumping around. And
good for him.
Now he's in Boston.
And some people run around their house.
Yeah.
Some people work on their gutters every day just to get out of the house.
It's why one of the reasons I love Twitter is all the people going, why the hell are you doing yard work in golf attire?
Well, I've just gotten home, and if I go into the house, shower, put on my comfy clothes, I won't go back out and do it. No. So I said, I'm going to do this now, and then I will go in.
I like how everybody's breaking down this photo like it's the JFK assassination, but I couldn't tell, but somebody commented that they thought you were wearing sandals and that's a recipe for absolutely falling off of a ladder.
I'm wearing what I got on.
Got it. So not quite sandals.
Not quite sandals. I mean, the back will flip up and they'll make shoes, but I wear them like sandals.
Good for you.
I mean, it's probably the beginning to the end for my old hideous body, but yeah.
You're getting her done.
I appreciate it.
It'll be over quickly if you fall. You know, I mean.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a rock right underneath one of them. Yeah, I put it on pretty uneven level when I'm above. I'm just kidding.
Do you guys know what bottle flipping is?
Yeah. Yes. Aren't the kids into that?
Kids love it, right? Where you leave a little bit of water and then you kind of flip it.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be your body falling off of a ladder due to the size of your head.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I wish for the world's sake that you text 911 as you're falling to let them know the tsunami alert.
I mean, let's be honest. I would fall because I would be on my phone.
Well, you'd definitely fall head first.
It's like Zach yesterday. You tweeted that plane path, right?
Yeah.
I just would love if Amelia Santinello said that we had to scramble some F-15s because Sauce was halfway off a ladder.
You'll hear it.
I love that phrase, scramble.
Yeah.
When it comes to getting planes up in the air quickly.
Yeah. And eggs.
Your Sauce fell off the ladder. Yeah, they scrambled some F-15s.
Yeah. They still couldn't shoot him down.
Just in case.
Yeah, I got to tell you, here's this news story about that, by the way, because the big freaked everybody out. It's the big sonic boom over D.C. That's never a good thing when you're in D.C.
Turns out it was F. Andrews, cleared to travel at supersonic speeds Sunday afternoon. They were dispatched from NORAD to check on a small plane flying erratically. The jets even used flares as the Cessna went over northeast D.C. and through Virginia, but the pilot was unconscious and ended up crashing near the George Washington National Forest. None of the 4 people on board survived. I'm Michael Kastner.
Yeah, they think they might have what was that base?
Payne
Stewart thing.
Yep.
But you never know either. And I'll say this as well, and you tell me what you're thinking there, Zacho, when you heard that. Doesn't that seem like using a Top Fuel dragster to get to Cub Foods from here? If you know what I mean. Cub Foods is right down the street for those of you who don't know where we're sitting right now. Hitting Sonic Boom from Joint Bay to Washington, D.C., those sons of bitches were on their way, man. They weren't messing around.
No.
Yeah.
As soon as they got in the air, they hit the sonic boom, you know?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and I get it. I mean, it was the plane flew right over our nation's capital.
Didn't it turn and come back as well?
Yeah, and it flown pretty far west of DC on its way to its intended location, New York, and then all of a sudden it just turns around. And it starts heading straight for.
Oh, okay. So they saw it coming. Okay, that makes more sense.
So that's when they were like, okay, well, we gotta.
Yeah.
Let's, and then I think everybody kind of knew what was going on, especially when it held at 34,000 feet. And that thing was, man, I feel bad for the family and everybody else. That's a terrible way to go.
Mm. And forgive me for being this guy, but we're all kind of this guy too. When I heard that the plane crashed after they shot flares, I thought. They blew that sumbitch out of the sky.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't everybody think that probably?
Yeah.
That's the initial thought, but then you look at the data and
exactly.
it's
Oh, what happened?
bit of a spill.
What happened?
Yeah. It was interesting. I got like some retweets.
God, I can't wait till that happens.
From so many people that don't.
Not the shooting down of the plane. He already knows about it. I'm talking about the spill. Look, they just scrambled jets.
That is going to
from Joint Base Zach.
Oh, this is like the second time in a week. I can't wait for 9 o'clock.
It was a complete accident.
What? What? I thought you did that on purpose.
Whoopsie.
Oh boy.
Yep.
This is going to be a legit talking to.
Did you almost join the Air Force when you heard there was a place called the Joint Base?
Brilliant.
Oh man,
I don't know, man. What a sad situation, but wow, that's always pretty freaky.
That's my get out. Like my backup plan here is just go up to Fort Ripley and open up a joint base right next door.
That's your backup plan? Make that plan A.
That is a great place for a dispensary right there. And
you go up for the weekend.
Joint Base.
Oh yeah,
that's very clever.
Or I mean, you don't have to put it next to Camp Ripley. Just have it in the cities and make it military themed.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's one bar right outside of Camp Ripley. Outside of that, there ain't much going on. That's a perfect place to put it.
That's right. There is that little bar. Oh, yeah. Good times at Camp Ripley, man.
Woo!
Amen.
All right, well, Sauce Panics, let's do
sports. Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Your mornings are made at Holiday, and you can do the do.
Do that do.
You can get a couple of 20-ounce Mountain Dews, mix and match any two, and get one free at Holiday.
Do.
Which is awesome. Including Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Why not? The Twins are off today. They lost yesterday 2-1 to Cleveland. Just 3 hits for Cleveland, but they made them count. Only 5 for Minnesota. Kind of a pitcher's duel. Joe Ryan, 6 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. Look it up on your phone.
Did you see Royce Lou Retton?
Oh, Royce Lewis?
Brilliant. Yeah.
When you said Royce Lou, I'm like, what did Royce do?
Yeah.
Royce Lewis. Yeah, Royce Lou Retton.
Yeah.
With the front flip neck splitter.
Oh, it looked terrible.
It looked like it was. Yeah, it looked like it was over.
Yeah, it looked like
it spilled coffee everywhere.
It looked worse in slow motion, if that makes sense. Because in slow motion, it looked like he should have broken his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Dick sounded like he broke his neck. Actually,
he broke his what?
You heard his what? What's that called? Snapping? Popping? Popping? Clicking?
Clicking.
Clicking. Yeah.
Ugh.
Owie, zowie.
Yeah, do we have an update on Ricey?
Yeah, he's fine. Hold on. I got audio here. 1 second. Here he is, Royce Lou Retton.
I was just looking for the pitch I could drive, lower third of the plate. I got one. I was just out front of it, grounded out. I knew it was going to be bang, bang, hit off the end there, and I just, he kind of went inside the base path right there and had nowhere for me to go. Really, when you're running that hard, it's tough. Last second decision. So the only thing I saw was like maybe try to go over him or something. And I don't even remember what happened, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you know what happened. Your head went one way and your body went the other. And
it looked horrible.
Terrible.
I think it was over.
But he's fine.
Yeah.
He didn't. Here's Rocco's got a little bit more of an update for you. Hey, Rocco!
It didn't look good at first, but we got some updates already, and he seemingly has come out of it okay. The initial reads are he has some abrasions and landed kind of on his shoulder, I guess, is what it would be, but nothing has come back. It does not appear that he has a concussion. It doesn't appear that there's anything acute going on, that he's feeling more just shaken up, and that's very fortunate for us.
Landed on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It'd be like saying if JFK got shot in the shoulder.
Right, correct. I mean, that helmet doesn't give way like it did.
I was just going to say that helmet probably saved him his ability to walk.
Yep.
Twins are 31-29. Cleveland 27-32. The Twins and Guardians split the 4-game series. All 7 games between Cleveland and Minnesota this year. 2 runs or less in terms of the determining factor. Close ones across the board. All 7.
And they don't play each other till August.
Yeah, which is odd. Yeah. That offense, though. I mean, what did I write down here? They've scored 4 runs in their last 3 games. The Twins have. That's real bad.
feast or famine.
Yep.
Yeah, I think at one point I read that they, like, half of the games they played in May, they scored 3 runs or less.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's awful. It's just so weird how this team flipped from having good hitting and no pitching to great pitching and no hitting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super weird.
The Miami Heat won 111-108 over the Nuggets to even the NBA Finals at 1 game apiece. Fourth quarter was all Heat. That was the difference, 36-25 in the fourth quarter. In fact, Denver was 37-1 this season when leading by 8 or more going into the fourth.
Yeah, they were 9-0 in the playoffs after leading in the fourth. That was their first loss that they didn't where they led in the fourth quarter to start the fourth quarter.
And they're actually surprisingly worse off the more that Jokic handles the scoring by himself. I think I read they were 0-3 this playoffs when he scores 40 or more, and they had a losing record when he scores 40 or more in the regular season because they're so built on just having a great team chemistry. You know, Jamal Murray gets a couple buckets, Michael Porter Jr., but they just didn't have the same output that the Heat got from their role players. I mean, that's how the Heat got here, is random games from people like Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson and Maxi Strus, and they were hellish on defense. So, and it still came down to the last shot. I mean, but we have a series now, so I'm glad the Heat won to make it a little bit more interesting, but I still think the Nuggets are going to win, but you never know. The Heat are a gritty team, man, and they just keep surprising us.
Game 3 in Miami Wednesday at 7:30, and DraftKings does have Denver as a 2.5-point favorite in Miami. Over under 215.5.
Yeah, I think I would still take Denver. I mean, Denver, other than that fourth quarter, there was one point in the first half of that game where it looked like they might as well just play 2 games because the Heat have 0 shot. But the Heat just never quit, and they just kept coming and coming and coming, and eventually they pulled ahead and won the game.
Oh, they're young.
They had a good look though at it at the end of that game though. Jamal Murray, they had 2 timeouts. They didn't take one. That was odd, but Jamal Murray had a good look and to tie the game, but it just didn't go down.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised about that because he's been on just the craziest hot streak over this playoffs. I mean, the last series he averaged something like 34 points. They don't get to this point without Jamal Murray because he was out all last season and we saw what happened to them. He's just as important to that team as Jokic is, and he just he didn't really have it last night the same way that he's had it throughout the playoffs.
Dalvin Cook, still a member of the Minnesota Vikings, which is a little bit weird. I know ProFootballTalk.com a couple days ago basically said if the Vikings end up releasing him, which it looks like their goal is to trade him, not release him, that Miami is a real possibility, but maybe Miami is not willing to take on that deal. So I don't know. It's obviously past June 1st. You could have done that post June 1st designation thing. Now it's actually after June 1st. Nothing's happened yet. So a lot of different theories about the Vikings are just going to hold out until somebody gives them something. Restructuring options. I'm just very surprised that he's still on this team.
If you had to guess an over-under date of when this would be resolved, would you say before or after training camp?
I'd say before. I would have guessed 4 days ago.
Same. I don't know how it has it.
I have no idea.
They must, during the draft, no one bit. No one, as you said, nobody wants to pay that contract. That's why he hasn't been traded. Not even for a 7th-round pick, which I think they would take.
Yeah, it's because you're getting money off the books and you're getting something in return.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him something.
What really matters is next. Then Lieber's going to be here in about 10 minutes. Muss in about 40. Power Trip Morning Show. Fan.
Stay connected to the Fan.
Great song.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
Power Trip Morning Show on a Monday, June 5th already. Little Phil Collins for you.
Smoking weed.
Oh.
Something happened on the way to heaven. What was it, Corey?
I took a left turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You wouldn't. Like, if you saw it existed, you'd probably go check it out, right?
I've seen it exist. It's called Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, and Raising Cane's.
Yeah, they have a Cane's in Vegas.
When do you go? Soon?
A week from Thursday.
Oh.
We should do what really matters.
Yeah, let's do that.
Time now
Got
for
that song,
What
Wales.
Really Matters. Presented by Cultivated CBD.
Thank you, Cultivated.
Speaking of Las Vegas, on Saturday, Vegas won 5-2 over the Panthers in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Game 2 tonight, 7 o'clock in Vegas. Vegas is a slight favorite in Game 2, minus 140. Now they're a minus 220 to win the series because of winning Game 1. Sauce, your thoughts on Game 1?
Game 1 was tough. They got that shorthanded goal. Stahl got that shorthanded goal, and I'm like, yes. It takes the crowd out of it. And I thought, okay, we get one more. They had that opportunity, but the goalie for Vegas made an unbelievable save. The goalie for Las Vegas was incredible on Saturday. I thought they could sneak one out. We'll see, though. Tonight, I don't know. If they lose tonight, it's going to be tough. But they were once down 3-1 to Boston, but I don't know if that I think the 9-day layoff has killed them.
You got to be careful trying to sneak one out.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
What really matters, though, is this.
Wait, you have it? I know
Yeah, of course I have.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When was the last time you did that?
Poop my pants. I ate too much corn. We used to play that liner all the time. I mean, I would bet a month, at least in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Jeez.
It happens, man. Right, Hogs?
It do.
Man. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes, yeah.
Man.
I can't believe you haven't.
I can't believe you guys poop your pants that consistently.
I made it a year.
I mean,
hey, congratulations.
Sauce is acting like once a month is the norm.
What about the 9 to noon guy? How often do you think it happens to him?
9 to noon?
Yeah, once a quarter?
Yeah.
9 to noon.
Yeah, brilliant.
Here's some facts about heaven.
Oh, wait. Say that sentence again.
That's a hell of a sentence right
Here's
there.
some facts about heaven.
All right.
A, it isn't too far away. No. According to Brian Adams.
Brilliant.
One of the intriguing aspects of heaven is its universality. Almost every culture and religion across the world has a concept of heaven, albeit with different interpretations. This realm is often depicted as a place of eternal peace and happiness, where good souls go after death.
What's your favorite one? Valhalla? That Viking heaven, right?
Yes.
It's got to be top 5. I can't name the rest of them.
I like to go to doggy heaven.
Oh.
Because they got to have humans there, right? And the doggies like to get petted sometimes. I'll go up there and do some petting.
Wow.
For the rest of time.
Yeah, why not? I like dogs, man. They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got forever and ever.
Yeah, man.
Is there one with Olive Garden in it? In the Never Ending Possible?
What?
I think all possibles in heaven would be never ending.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Anything is possible.
I'm buying what you're selling, Corey. He'd be a great preacher.
You would like a never ending story?
Yes.
Well, then, boy, do I have a movie for you.
Yeah. Don't watch the second one, though.
Well, of course not. It's the worst movie ever. No. Is it my turn?
Yeah, buddy boy.
Twins off today. They are at Tampa tomorrow at 5:40. Louis Varland on the mound for the Twins. What matters, though, is this.
Where's heaven? Where's it located? Well, the traditional belief positions heaven upward, but many theologians propose that heaven may exist outside of our physical dimensions and therefore not bound by our concepts of space and time.
I do always love as a, I don't know if you guys have heard this, that I'm an atheist. But I don't know if that's news. But I do like when people point up. Because, again, the globe, sorry, Kyrie, is round. So if you point down, that's technically still pointing up if you're on the other side of the earth. So if God's everywhere, if heaven's everywhere, point any direction you want. You're pointing at heaven. Right?
Yeah.
Any direction.
Yeah.
Point in any direction.
Yeah.
Point over there, Paul. Nailed it.
Who talks more about religion, atheists or religious people?
Religious people.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Isn't that the old bit
All right,
about
let me ask you a different question.
Yeah.
Who brags more about their religion, atheists or
Oh my gosh.
Christians?
That's
atheists by 70,000 miles.
Yeah. Isn't that the old joke? An
That's a
atheist,
heavyweight title
an
fight
atheist,
right
a
there.
vegan, and what's the form of exercise everybody's doing for a while?
Shake weights.
Whatever. But it's like who tells who first?
CrossFit.
What
I think it's AC/DC.
CrossFit. Yes, thank you, Corey. Yeah.
What really matters?
AC/DC wins.
Well, it's your turn, bitch.
Victor Hovland won the Memorial.
Oh, good for him.
He's now the 7th favorite to win the U.S. Open, which is a week and a half away. Dude won $3.6 million.
For what? For golfing?
It was sweet. He made a huge clutch. Excuse me.
Hey,
You know what? Some of them are big.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They're so big you change the letter. That doesn't deserve an I.
Wow. What? Yeah, he made a clutch.
Man, I can't call
Careful.
that.
birdie putt. And then the guy bogeyed 18 and they went to a playoff and he won. Yeah. It was sweet.
Who in the hell is Denny McCarthy?
Used to sell
The car
cars.
guy.
My dad worked for him then, back in the day.
Yeah, now he's golfing.
Yep.
And doing pretty well. He won a couple of million for a second.
Yeah.
Researching the existence of something called a clut.
Whoa, Daddy.
Don't gotta find it when it's a club.
No, it finds you.
No, you just,
Never mind.
wow.
What really matters is this.
The NFL logo has undergone several transformations since its initial design in 1941. The current version, unveiled in 2008, features a sleeker design with 8 stars representing the league's 8 divisions. A testament to the league's evolution and growth. I didn't realize that there were 8 stars and that it represented anything. In the
I
NFL
didn't
logo.
either.
Did you know that, Ben? You did. Ben,
Ben!
yeah, Ben knew that.
What up, Ben?
What up, guys?
Let's go now.
Yes, I did know that. I think, didn't it happen sort of around the new CBA?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think at the time I was somewhat paying attention to like why they had the 8 stars and what they represent. So yes,
there you go. See,
we're learning
He
something. Heat won 111-108 over the Nuggets. What really matters is this.
Boxing's very first rules were called Broughton's rules. In 1743, British champion Jack Broughton established the first set of rules to govern the sport of boxing, known as Broughton's rules. These guidelines aim to make the sport safer by introducing a 30-second rest period after a knockdown and prohibiting certain actions such as striking an opponent when he had fallen to the ground.
Now I'm assuming that was bare knuckle.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Oof. Duh.
Yeah, the 1700s they didn't have gloves.
No.
Most
Come on
people
now.
were tough.
And nobody watched it on TV back then.
Hey, when the UFC fights, speaking of fighters, when UFC fights are on just ESPN Max, are those always the guys that don't matter at all? Because I saw one the other day. I forget why I flipped it on SportsCenter. It must have been maybe it was after the Vegas game. And 2 guys were fighting. It looked like there was no crowd, like literally no crowd. I'm like, are they just in a production studio? Where is this fight?
Yeah, no, it's a thing that's like really contentious amongst UFC fighters. I think it's called I forget what the name of the Apex Arena. And now they're not even allowed to bring the fighters aren't even allowed to bring their families anymore. So it's really just an empty arena. They kind of started doing it during the pandemic and then just never stopped. It seems.
What's the reason though? Why not sell tickets? It's because these guys are still up and coming fighters and not notable names. Yeah, what's the deal?
No, I honestly have no idea why they don't sell those fights, because people would go see. I mean, Kai Kara France, he's headlined the card on Saturday, and he's been a co-main eventer on a numbered UFC card before. So I don't understand why they really are still fighting at the Apex necessarily, but yeah, they mostly just do the big fights in Vegas, the once a month deals, like this upcoming Saturday, UFC 289.
So wait, Corey, you said that it's on ESPN?
Yeah, there was just like an ESPN UFC fight, and I'm like, who are these 2 dudes?
Yeah, so they will televise it, but not sell tickets to go to
It's televised, yeah. You could watch the whole fight. In fact, it even said on the bottom, like, SportsCenter coming up next, because maybe the fights ran too late or something. But I'm like, good for these guys. One of the guys was like 17-1. I'm like, maybe he's somebody I should know. I don't know. Had no idea.
Yeah, I think it's just Dana White being cheap and not wanting to rent out a venue and maybe not get his money back, even though he's barely paying the fighters anything anyways. But I think that's him just trying to cost cut and not, I mean, maybe avoid the sight of having it be sold and still looking like that, because sometimes those guys aren't household names, so people don't just show up for fights. But I don't know. In my experience, when there's a fight in town, you don't really necessarily need to know who the guys are. You just want to see violence. I mean, every time there's boxing at the Armory, It's not always someone that's a world champion or super notable, but it's always packed.
Max, do you think that the UFC will get a knock on the door from something like a Live Golf?
I wouldn't doubt it because, Saudi is getting, they're getting a lot of heavyweight boxing fights and they're throwing a lot of money at boxing right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they start throwing a lot of money at MMA too. Because I just read they just signed one of the best fighters in the world, Alexander Usyk. He's a heavyweight champion. They're looking to make Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua over there. They want to make Tyson Fury versus Usyk over there. I've heard they're throwing $400 million at certain fights. I mean, like they're really trying heavy. So I would not doubt it if they started their own fight league or just tried to. Maybe just try to start a partnership with the UFC. They almost bought the WWE a couple months ago. So, like, they're really trying to zone in on the whole sports washing thing.
Wow.
The main reason the UFC keeps the majority of its fight night shows at the Las Vegas Apex is the fact that it doesn't cost as much to produce an event there. Because the Apex is part of the promotion's own facility, it doesn't need to add in the costing of renting a venue as well as other things like moving personnel and equipment across the state or countries. However, the drawback to this is that not many fans can attend the events, meaning that the promotion doesn't make much money for ticket sales, if any at all. It's a smaller fighting ring as well.
Right. So basically, it's a free. It's a really cost effective arena.
Yeah,
they can have fights there, and they don't make any money selling tickets. Right. So,
as a non-fight fan, though, it just felt really sterile.
Yeah,
like, it was hard to even get excited.
It felt like
about
you're back in the pandemic.
So if you're a diehard fan, maybe you like it. But as a guy that's not, I'm like, hey, let's since it's round 5, let me see if it's worth watching. And I was like, this is boring.
You know why it doesn't bother me, Max?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to watching The Ultimate Fighter, and it's almost always like that in The Ultimate Fighter. There's never a crowd in there.
That's true. That makes sense though for the up and coming fighters. But some of these guys, like Kai Kara France, he's a top 10 fighter, and to not have their families there is just a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Dana White's
ridiculous.
He's already saving money on the top, not paying these fighters that much. So I think he could. If they sold these, they didn't have to do every single one in Vegas. Like if they had these in the fighters' hometowns, I think they could make more money than they think.
Have you watched any of the Ultimate Fighter yet this year?
No, I still got to tune in.
I watched the very first episode. Conor McGregor's one of the coaches. Who's the guy against him? I forget.
Michael Chandler.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool. McGregor looks odd.
He does look weird.
He looks odd, doesn't
Looks
he?
like he's had some facial surgery or something.
I wonder, or something. I don't know. It's just he does look like Conor McGregor.
There's been a lot of speculation about him doing PEDs during his rehab as well.
He broke that leg or ankle. Which one was it?
His ankle.
Ankle, yeah. Ugh. I don't know, man.
Yucky.
Looks odd.
More with Ben Lieber and the rest of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Van.
The Fan. iHeartRadio music you should know, featuring Portugal the Man. Awesome. Feel it still.
The 2023 Program Password Invitational Bracket has been announced, and the action continues Friday when Greg Swedberg and Brian Oak take on the Common Man and Max Fuller. It's 1:30 on Friday. You can listen to all the action here on the Fan. You can watch it at KFAN.com/watch.
Hi, Ben. How are you, buddy boy?
I'm doing great, my man.
You were out doing yard work all weekend long?
I was. Baseball tournament in Eden Prairie.
How'd you do?
Golly, you beat me to it.
Good one.
I did really well.
Yeah,
I did really well.
They took away the tees.
They took away the tees.
That's good. Yeah,
I found a set of tees, though.
Yeah. Well, it was
more than one
always
set.
do.
Well, it's a dyno. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Well, it was an EP.
Yeah, still.
All right.
It's not bad. I mean, they're all cake eaters.
I love cake.
You know what though? I was in charge of the playlist for the kids' boombox, so that was kind of fun.
Nice.
Which is always it's kind of a nerve-wracking thing, because it's a direct reflection if people like it. It's like, oh, that's your sort of personality.
Yep.
If they don't like it, it's like I can understand if you're a DJ or something, you're playing music and nobody's bopping their heads. You're like, well, I guess I miss this.
Well, it's interesting. You started it with
yeah, that was odd. Yeah,
it was weird.
But, that's a big step for your first song.
Well,
Ben.
you wanted to see which of the moms just started dancing uncontrollably. You're
What was the second song?
The second one?
Yeah, the second one that Ben played.
The second one he played at the baseball game?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, I am.
He played...
Oh, yeah! Hell yeah!
And again, you see how the moms sway their hips and you know which ones you want to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like just big hair circles going on. Just just the whole goal was just try to get those tees going. And
that's what you got to do, man.
Yeah. So it was all right. And then all day yesterday was just a whole bunch of yard work. You know, those stupid rabbits, like everybody else, ate everybody's all their vegetation in their yards. And so we had a lot of dead things to clean up.
Dead things, Mikey.
You know what the best part is, though? I went total small town. You'd love this.
Yeah.
You know, we got like a little fire pit in the front. You know, nothing special,
sure.
nothing big.
Yeah.
It basically became my burn barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, I just burnt everything.
Burned some things, man. Evidence.
Oh, evidence, all sorts
kinds of stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
bridges,
right. Yeah, the bridges were burned.
Underwear, everything.
Oh, yeah, you got to just get it in there. It's belongs to heaven now.
Yeah, I'm sure my whole neighborhood was like, look at this white trash dude. Like,
for sure.
I had that thing burning pretty much all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just a huge flame.
Yeah. Oh God, I love that, man. Yeah, you're right. That's so small town. A giant burn barrel in the backyard. You're like, Larry probably just burning a body back there.
The big like rusted out spot. The huge drum.
Barely even there because it's so rusted out.
Oh yeah,
light your cigs off of it.
Oh yeah, there's flames shooting out the sides.
You're wondering if you should call 911 for multiple reasons.
Oh yeah, there's this old paint can, throw it in.
Throw it in. Who
man.
cares? Let it burn.
I like those the campfires that get so big that when you even try to roast a marshmallow, you're sweating through your shirt.
Oh yeah,
that's what you had basically the entire.
I was
the best.
I was dripping in sweat just trying to keep this thing, just throwing all the stuff in there, like breaking down all the branches.
Speaking of sweating and sweating through your shirt, maybe you know more about this, Ben. You seem to know these things. Yesterday, your lovely wife. Hawk, you're not Hawk, you're Sauce. She was probably sitting around the house doing nothing.
No,
according
it's
to
not
you.
true. No.
But she tweeted out something about how a sauna bag was the best investment she's ever made. What the hell is a sauna bag?
So she bought this thing it's a bag, like a sleeping bag, that you plug in, and it's a sauna, and she wears like this.
So it just heats you up.
Yeah. It just heats you up. So you don't have to put in an expensive ass sauna.
Greasy.
What? It's like a big thing. I think one of the.
So the point is to sweat.
One of
get you to sweat.
One of the Peloton people, I think, uses one, so she bought it.
Yeah. And you familiar?
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of them are infrared.
Yes. Yep.
And
that's good for you.
And so it instead of buying like even like a 2-person or single sauna, infrared sauna, obviously the real saunas, those are you have to put those outside, but it's a big thing. A lot of people will try to buy those things and put them like just in a part of their house, but they're expensive. And so the alternative is
define expensive, like hundreds or thousands.
No. I mean, I think there are 1-2-person saunas that you can get for $15K.
Okay. But the bag is what?
The bag is like
a couple hundred.
800 maybe.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that, we talked about it last week because it was the 11 years since he passed away, but didn't Dark Star put like a $30,000 sauna into an apartment?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
I think he had a sauna in that apartment he rented.
What a psycho.
Yeah.
Ooh. So how does I don't know anybody that I've never really asked anybody this, so I'll ask you on air. How do you clean the thing? Because you're just sweating basically in a plastic sack.
Can you wash it?
I have no idea. A, I've never used it, and B, she uses it all the time. She loves it. Yeah. I don't know, but there's like this outfit that you're supposed to wear that comes with it that she wears. It goes up to like here. Yeah.
Is it like a mage uniform?
Yeah,
that's what I'm picturing.
A mage uniform, like a
mage.
wizard.
Yeah, I'm a magi. Sure.
You're a
ask
wizard,
her how you
Henry.
clean that thing if you just sweat into a bag.
Or maybe you don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
it
you
just
don't.
becomes like some soup.
Yeah, maybe, but if it's your own soup, I guess who cares? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she loves it.
Managing a Denny's douchebag.
Yeah, that. All right. Okay.
Man, anyway, good for her
Yeah,
sauna
good for
bag.
her, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. She gets all slimy.
Yep.
Yeah. Then she darts for the shower.
Mm-hmm.
So is it for your skin though? What's the point of sweating so much?
It's a big deal. It's not necessarily it's not for your skin. I mean, there is a cleansing part of it, but it happens more like at the cellular level than it does just like sweating out like toxins and stuff. But there really is some real science because it's a really, think about it this way. It's a really, I don't want to use this is like kind of a disparaging word. It's a really lazy way to get your cardio in. So when people sauna.
What's the website?
So when you sauna, you can raise your heart rate up into like the low to mid cardio zone just by sitting there or laying there. So you can do a 20 to 25 minute sauna, get your heart rate up to 120, 140, and you're not doing anything but sitting there. And it's been shown to decrease like all these markers for like Alzheimer's and dementia by like 60 to 70%. If you do it 3 or 4 times a week, it's like a legit deal. It's a legit health benefit.
What the hell?
Yeah, how about this? Infrared sauna blanket. Elevates your body's thermal energy, enhances deep relaxation, promotes glowing skin, and improves circulation. $700. Will you buy me one, Hawk?
Yes!
All right, sweet. Yeah, people love it.
I did see what you were doing.
Oh, no.
It felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do more of what really matters since, like I said, I didn't know anything about sauna bags.
Right.
Fascinating. But again, we learned something. See, what really matters is sauna bags exist. Ben, we mentioned it about an hour ago. We're still confused why Dalvin Cook is still on this team. Any insight on what their strategy is moving forward?
Well, I'm guessing their strategy is to find a dance partner to trade with. That's I would hate at the end of the day they just like, okay, we have $9 million in savings if we can release him, but we save 11 or something like that if we can trade him, and you sort of just lose this value on any sort of trade potential by releasing him. So I'm guessing that they're just like, well, we'll just kind of hold out and see if we can find somebody to trade with, even if Sauce and I were talking, even if you get a 6th or 7th rounder, it's better than nothing. It's better than just taking this all pro running back who you just can't afford now and just like putting him on the street. And so that's my guess. And I agree with, I heard Charch on Friday. This is the one thing that people just, we've made such a big deal out of the June 1st, but that doesn't mean that things have to happen on June 1st. It could happen starting June 1st all the way to the start of the regular season. So there is a big window to deal him or to figure out what you're going to do with him. So I know everybody's getting impatient, but Charch made the point that that just like started a new sort of accounting time, and that June 1st, but it can happen anytime after. So I think everybody would expect, out of respect for the situation, that the Vikings would make a move sooner rather than later. I mean, I know that they love him, they respect him. I think the professional thing to do is put him either release him and let him find a new home on his own and have enough time to figure that out. Let him control his own destiny a little bit. And if you're going to trade him, don't do it like a week into training camp just waiting for somebody to get injured and then you find your best value. I mean, that's not fair to the player either. That's really, really hard to just jump into a new playbook and feel like you're going to be effective within the first half of the season. So I do think it'll happen sooner rather than later, but if they want to hold on to him, they have every right to do that.
Right on. What really matters though is this.
In the 1960s, the skeletons on the Pirates ride at Disneyland were real, actual skeletons. They contacted the UCLA medical department and brought skeletons usually found in anatomy classrooms. However, they stopped when they realized that the fake skeletons were cooler and a little cheaper. But real skeletons, that's something. There you go.
Yeah, that's neat.
Thanks, buddy boy.
I did not know that.
Well,
Zach can back me up on this. That ride is one of those, if there's no line, jump in. If not, that is not worth sitting there for an hour.
It's cool in there, though.
It is cool.
Can I ask you guys a Disneyland World question?
Go.
What's the worst popular ride?
It's a small world.
It's a small world.
Yep.
It's awful.
I
Yep.
wouldn't want to pay
Worst thing in the world.
Yes.
4-year-olds think it's amazing. Everybody else hates it.
It's terrible.
Unless it's nostalgia.
It's a sad thing.
I'm not even sure the 4-year-olds love it.
No.
I think they get overwhelmed by the sights and the sounds.
Yeah.
They might not like the actual ride, but they definitely have their eyes wide open like, whoa, what is this? It's like, well, it's a lot going on.
And they like that stupid song.
Great point, Hawk.
I would argue that it's the parents building this thing up into something that it's bigger than it is.
Right.
And so they get excited for it because we get excited for it. And then it's just a gigantic letdown. Don't do it.
Yeah, that ride sucks.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I'm never going to go.
You should go.
You will go.
You should go at least once.
You should.
You will go.
Get your wife out of that sauna bag and take her down to Florida.
Yeah, man. You've been doing all kinds of work outside while she sits around sauning.
Yeah, you said earlier she doesn't do anything outside.
Yeah, I have a recording of you saying, you want to sweat for real? Get your ass outside.
Hawk, I should have,
Music Factory.
I should have sent you a picture yesterday.
Yeah, what's that?
It's chopping wood.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
I know.
I
was
want more
chopping
wood.
Man.
Let's go.
I should have. I
It's
just
hard
wasn't
work, dude.
thinking.
Hard work, but it's good for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I got this guy. Got ripped open a blister.
You earned that son of a bitch.
on my hand.
That's a painful spot.
It's a painful spot, right? This I had another one on my thumb from Reiki in the week before, and then I got one on the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
I'd quit. I
almost did.
Oh God, Ben. I see the cuts on my hands.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that from your gutter work?
Yeah. And then I went up and cleaned the gutters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that from wiping your gutter?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on down there?
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah, wipe your gutter.
Yeah, wipe your
gutter.
gutter.
Jeez, your gutter's disgusting.
Man, I can smell your gutter.
Well, that's hot. And disgusting.
Gutter butter.
Oh. What do you want on your steak? I'll have some gutter butter, please.
No.
Somebody trademarked that.
Oh,
Sell
man.
a product called gutter butter.
As hot as it was yesterday, the gutter butter was thick.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, it was way too hot out, right, Hogs?
Yeah, definitely too hot. But, man, if you're looking to, cook up a gutter butter.
Oh.
Crap, it already exists.
What? What is it?
Gutter butter, some kind of cleanser.
For your gutters.
What's
Now, wait.
Damn
which gutter are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Do you still have kicktheballs.com?
I do. Actually, no, I sold that. Gutter butter, gutter cleaning detergent. Son of a bitch.
Get some gutter butter sauce.
Yeah,
Get
you
up
need to
there.
get
Get
some
back
gutter
on
butter.
that ladder.
I probably will today.
The news is next. Ben is here. Muscle be here. It's the Power Trip Morning Show on.